Roger Reckler had this grander kennel building built in 1984. It was a product of Roger's architectural expertise and the combination of his years of experience and that of his kennel manager and handler, Michael Canalizzo. Between the two of them, they came up with a conceptual design that works for the dogs and is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. But first, I want to introduce you and the entire dog world to Michael Canalizzo. Michael's seen here putting the famous blue shy of grandeur through his paces. He looks terrific for a 12-year-old, doesn't he?
Someone call him.
Listen and watch now as Michael takes us on a tour of the most outstanding kennel I've ever seen.
We used a flat slope of the land to have a running area for simulated show ring conditions with bleachers alongside of it so it could be sitting and viewed dogs, you know, for special showing or training mechanisms. We have a sort of progressive conditioning program. The puppies start out on pea gravel and very fine stone after coming out of the whelping box, and that starts them right on and building good hard feet. And the second level of conditioning comes in an open paddock area where they can run on a slope of dirt with angle and navigating trees in the way, and lots of free running, which we'd consider free running exercise. And as they're full grown and in mature adult conditioning part, they go on to a angled paddock area that's sloped almost a 40 to 45 degree angle. And this is a wood deck, and it's not meant for free running. It's meant to be sort of an isometric muscle building. A lot of the older dogs still just go out and navigate the paddock area, and keeps them in incredibly good muscle tone. So it's sort of a progressive conditioning program. These are the outside run areas. We used a smoked plexiglass covering to keep down the burning sunlight, which can sometimes affect the dark-colored dog's coat. The walls of the kennel are made of solid glass block, which allows light to come in. Once they come out of a whelping room, the young puppies are right here in front of us all day long. It's a great part of the socialization program. They see the large adult dogs and see what's going on with them. They get to see the strangers, the delivery men. You know, it's a whole future building program for socialization. We have a special drying unit that was designed by Roger himself, and what it is, it's a hot air blower that's warmed by a hot water heater. When the air comes out, it's vented back through a panel, and it recirculates to keep the water warm. It's kind of a economical way of recycling the hot air. It takes about 25 minutes to fully dry an Afghan coat. Here is the feed area. We feed two different foods, one for puppies and one for the adults, and this was an old bakery unit that was refurbished, and there are 4 big drawers that house the different food products, and the cabinets next door house the canned foods and the mixing equipment. We have a full washer and dryer and set up for doing the towels and all the implements that go with the grooming. The whelping room has lots of unique features and was very well planned to be where it gets full sunlight during the course of the day, hence the full wall of glass block, which adds to the ability to keep the room warm, which is very important for puppies. The puppies themselves are contained behind the lower metal railing you see, with a heating element in the wall to try and keep it a full 85 degrees for the first 2 weeks of their life, and the mother can just step over that small barrier and be a little bit more comfortable on her own. And then as they grow a little bit bigger and they start to get weaned, that small barrier comes out and they have the full run of the pen. There's a little holding cage for the mother and the puppies when cleaning is necessary. And these 2 rooms, the whelping room and the isolation room right next door, are completely separate. They do not share the same ventilation system, nor are there open walls that the high-tech design normally allows for. In the isolation room, there are 4 large cages with a separate entranceway that's accessible from the outside. But the lower level of the kennel houses a four-section, it's really a large room divided in with floating walls that house the trophy area and a kitchen and library. The one wall displays all the championship certificates that have been obtained over the years. We've devised some very clever things to do with ribbons, one being, instead of quilting them together, which we're not inept at, we throw them in a barrel. And that barrel represents the last 15 years ribbons won, best of breed ribbons. Right above my desk is a TV monitor that has closed circuit capability to view the kennel right from my desk as well as the house. The whole kennel is closed circuited.